Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Let's talk a little bit more about AI and orthodontic treatment plan and how things have changed in the last few months, according to me. Again, this is not coming from the source, the companies themselves, but I see it. Everyone else sees it. We all see it. We all know what's happening. And yeah, okay, pros are that your Clin Checks or whatever. I'm not just picking on Align technology. All the companies have the same, all the bigger companies are using AI. I don't know if the small ones still are or not, but it all comes down to how accurate is their AI. And as somebody who has done work programming AI for dentistry, I won't go into what I'm doing, but I always have some side projects and it does involve AI right now and it's pretty cool. I'm building up some AI models for orthodontics as a side hustle. So not in terms of this kind of stuff, but more like information. All my YouTube videos are now creating AI, which is awesome. I've put it out there. So I will be sourced in the future. I love that. But yes, sorry, small diversion. But let's talk about your Clin Checks, your ClearPilot setups, and all those other aligner treatment plans. Yeah, I mean, these companies are going to save money. They're public companies, right? They're going to save money by using AI to do the rough stuff. Obviously, they're going to probably have a human double checking some stuff, but they might. I don't know. I mean, you are the human. You're the doctor. You're the human. It's really not their job to check it. It's their job to do the rough up, and it's your job to check it. So I'll find on a plan. Like before, it was never an issue. Like it was just assumed if we're as long as we're working on the bite and all the other stuff and the contacts and the rough aesthetics that they would at least do something easy and straighten the lower incisors. I mean, you really can't screw that up. If I show this to my 6-year-old niece, she would say, I would say, are those straight? She'd say, no. Yeah, they're not straight. This, when I was working on this Clin Check plan for a long time, we're on like the 5th iteration, making the bite just perfect in the back, just doing some really complex mechanics in the back. And I'm like, oh, it should be done. I go and double check. Let's double check the incisors. Never had to do that before. Occasionally I'd check it, like if they're worn or something, and you know, make sure that I like the incisal edges and stuff like that. But especially with the CBCD in the plan, you're like, well, the roots are upright. Well, the teeth aren't straight. Come on. I mean, and it gets tricky because when you have wear sometimes or a little asymmetry, it gets confused with a chip here and that there. This area of the incisor is thicker than the other, and that's the thing about lower incisors. I mean, you really have to focus on that arc, and usually you want to do it from the facial, right? But patients would not say that's straight. I don't say it's straight. My niece wouldn't say it's straight. It's not straight. And then you guys are getting these outcomes with your treatment plans, and you're like, why does it look bad? It's not straight. I said, go look at the Clin Check. It was never straight. You approved a not straight plan. And sometimes you guys are doing this on like moderate cases, light cases, express. They're not all. I'm laughing because they're not working with me because I would have caught that. But yeah, you wasted your refinement because you didn't double check something that you should have checked from day one. Well, I thought the text did it. No, the AI does it. You got to check it. And you better check it because you'll even get it right. Then you'll go do something else, work on a contact, and it's going to be off again. So usually I don't mess with this now, this, until like I'm almost done because it's just going to get messed up again, in my opinion. So, in my experience. So, just an extra 2 seconds. It's not a big deal. Is it annoying that we have to do it? Yes. Should these, I mean, do I think that these companies should do better quality control on their sloppy work? Yeah. If we're paying $2,100 for a plan, yeah, you should be doing better. But it's really ultimately your job. You're the doctor. So check, again, my opinion, but everyone knows it's happening. And hey, it's all good. Good for them. If they can scale. The one positive thing is they're turning around these treatment plans for the most part, unless there's like a software glitch. I mean, like fast. Sometimes we're getting them back in hours, which is awesome. Like, so before it'd be like, you do an iteration 2 days later, you do another one 2 days later, and sometimes you're already at 10 days by the time, and like, we're fast on our end. Like, we're just waiting for them. And the problem is that people lose interest. And the longer a case takes to come back, doctors lose interest, patients lose interest. So the faster they can get it flipped around, um, more likely you're going to sell that case. And more likely the aligner is going to fit because the more days you wait in between, the more likely, I mean, teeth are never just permanently locked in. They're always in motion. They're always dynamic, right? They're not static. So it's just not going to fit as well unless you rescan and pair. So pause, pros and cons. I consider this a move in the right direction at the very least, but it's just a warning out there. I'm just check your lower incisors and your uppers too. I mean, uppers are pretty bad as well, but lowers are the worst. All right, thanks.